Welcome to Career Fair with your host, Ellen O'Brien.
Welcome to Career Fair. I'm Ellen O'Brien. One of the things you said to me when we were talking and preparing for the show is to be a good leader, you have to love to learn. Would you speak to that a little bit?
Oh, yes. Well, there's always more to know. And when you are in a group, you have to be a good listener. Mm-hmm. To be a good listener, to respond. And that's how you learn. You learn. You can respond. You listen to what other people tell you. And that's what I do in the classroom with students. I listen to what they have to say and then respond to it.
What made you decide right about age 50 to go to college?
Well, it was really always what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I always life just didn't happen right. So when I came to that stage in my life and I saw that I had an opportunity to go to school, I took it. I didn't care what age I was. I just wanted that education because I like to learn.
And I think that's one of the really important things is that really we're not dictated by our chronology unless we allow ourselves to be dictated by it.
Yeah.
And now you've progressed through your undergraduate degree, your graduate degree, and are currently pursuing your PhD in literacy from Hofstra.
Yes.
And by the time that occurs in another year or so, you will have transversed, probably the big 7-0.
Yes, I certainly will.
So I think that's a message to anyone out there who says, I can't do it, I'm too old. Nonsense. You're never too old unless you think you are.
Oh, really? I have to, yeah. I mean, I knew some older women who were my inspiration for it. They just kind of built on what my grandmother told me. I knew these women from Russia. They never stopped learning. I mean, my friend, Mrs. Robinson, her name was Kira Robinson, at the age of, I don't know, somewhere in her 80s, she got a computer and she translated all the letters that were in Russian into English, and she made it books for her children, side-by-side pages of Russian and then English. She translated them all, and her mother had written her memoirs, and they were of the Russian aristocracy, and why not?
I actually think that learning keeps an element of, I don't want to say youth because I'm not looking to recapture youth, but there's something that sustains life and sustains vitality and energy if you continue to learn actively, I think, throughout your entire life.
Well, listen, life is a journey, and on that journey, you can move along at a very slow pace and not go anywhere, mm-hmm. or you can feel a sense of freedom and just go by leaps and bounds, and why not?
We're only limited by the possibilities that we invest or the limitations we place on ourselves.